Okay, so this is the homepage for Powtoon if you just go to powtoon.com. And if you would like to start a free account, you just click Start Now, and you can enter in all of your information. You can choose what you want to use this for. I already have an account, so it's just bringing me right to the screen, but the main thing that you need for that is just an email account. After you enter in that email account, this is what you will be brought to. So one thing to just highlight, up at the top here, you are able to select your Powtoons. You can explore and just check out other users and other samples. But these are kind of all created by the Powtoon website, so they're not necessarily created by other educators or other students. If you go to pricing, this is where you can just see the outline of the different accounts. I will be showing you everything for the free account, but some of the most important features that other accounts really offer is just the more storage. So if you look here, you only have 100 megabytes for storage. You can only have up to 5 minutes for your video. So there's a few different features that are really making it different if you're paying for your subscription. So if I go back to my Powtoons here, I can choose from these 4 different options. So I can start from scratch, I can build scene by scene, or just customize a template. So if I select build your story screen by screen, I get to choose a theme first. So if I select whiteboard, it kind of gives me a few examples. If I select modern edge, so on, cartoon, infographic, corporate is a little bit more professional looking. I'm going to select cartoon just to see how interactive it can be. And then I can see using this arrow here, I can change the storyboard structure. So if I'm looking for something specific, so if I want to try education, and I can go to teacher, and then this gives me like some ideas as to how I can construct my presentation. So if I click add intro, all of my themes are going to come up. So I get to go through and choose which theme I want. Something to keep in mind with this is that you want to choose ones that don't have this biz or pro. Those are ones that you need to pay for. So if I select, I'm going to select this one here, and then I can select make a statement, and you'll notice that they are slightly different that come up. So maybe I want to use, I can scroll through, see all the different ones, and I'm going to use this one up here again. And then if I click continue, I'm brought to a screen where I can start editing the presentation. So this is where I'll be able to add in those animations. So this right here is an animation that's already added in. If I select right here, I can choose what pose she's going to be in, what movements she'll be making. I can click here to select a new object. I can flip her. I can edit the size just by doing this. So I can make her smaller, I can make her bigger. If I want to change the text, I just click. I'm able to select the color, the positioning, size, font, everything having to do with the text. And so I can come up to the very top here and I can create a title. So I can say this is my first Powtoon presentation. And then this right bar is really the main navigating part. So if I go up here, I can select my scenes, I can change how they're going to be laid out, I can select my backgrounds, I can select my text, I can add different text boxes. Characters allows me to add these animations, so I have lots of options. Props, so I get to add in shapes and different sorts of props, so anything that might go with your presentation. Here's my shapes, nice text bubbles. This is where I get to add my voiceover. So if I select add voiceover, I'm able to either record my own or upload one that I already have. So if I record my own, it's just important to be careful that you either are recording for the entire Powtoon or you're recording for the current slide. I like to record for the current slide just so I'm able to really make it personal to each slide and make sure that it matches the timing. So all I have to do is select that. I would hit start recording. It allows me to delete it, to save it. It's very simple to just add that quick recording. If I go to the very bottom here, this is my navigation of creating the presentation in terms of how long is this going to last. So if I slide this, I'm able to kind of see, if I click my play, so there's a sample of what the presentation slide would look like. So let's say I want to move, so she comes in immediately. I can just drag her and that's her new space that she will come in. I can move the text so it comes in later. I can move it so it comes in earlier. I can add more seconds just by clicking the plus. I could subtract. The main piece is that you can only add up to 20 seconds per slide, so that's something to keep in mind as you are going, to make sure that you are not adding too much information to one slide. Off to the left here, I'm able to just select my different slides, so I can choose which one I want to work on. I can delete, I can duplicate, I can come down here and I can go back over to my scenes and I can add in a different background. So now I've got this one going, and if I want to delete things out, all I have to do is I can click, if I just select the box, I can just hit delete on my computer keypad and it just starts to delete everything right out. So it's nice because I can keep the color of the background, but I can just completely delete all of the features or just some of those features out. As you are navigating through the bars up here, this quick menu, that will bring you to, you can go to templates, storyboard, blank, go back to your pricing, go to my Powtoons once you start saving some. I can go to the top and preview the Powtoons, or I can select export. So if I select export, this is where I can either export to my own Powtoon account. I can choose other accounts I want to add to. I can make a PDF or a PowerPoint, or I can share this and embed it more to make it a more collaborative feature. So some of the main pieces of Powtoon that are really great and some of the best features for an educator is that it can really make it engaging for students. So if I just X out of here, I mean, there are all of these options that I can say, I want the stars to be in there, and just small touches like that, the animation, the slide being constructed as the video goes instead of just everything appearing on the slide at once is a really great feature as well. In terms for students, it's really great because you're able to see how you can present your information instead of just in a standard PowerPoint. You could create a Powtoon and it could be really engaging for a class or for your teacher to watch. So those are some of the best features. A con is that you are limited, so you will notice like here's Pro and I have to upgrade in order to use that. So you do have to pay for some features. You're limited in terms of the time of your presentation, and it's difficult to like search other educators or other students' presentations and edit them. That's a feature that you can collaborate and edit other templates, but you really can't search educators and edit their presentations. So as a final reflection question, I would just like you to either tweet or type your response into the next text box that is going to appear. What is one use of Powtoon that you could apply to your courses? And what other questions do you have that were not answered about Powtoon? Both of those questions will be shown on the next Check for Understanding question, and there will be a PDF guide as to how to create a Twitter account. The benefit of tweeting your responses just so you can see others, but if you would like to just type in your reflection, that is perfectly fine as well. I hope you learned a lot, and I look forward to hearing the feedback and hearing how you were able to create your own Powtoon presentation that engages your viewers.